good evening, and welcome to our Plexus Diamond Minds really series that has been absolutely amazing. I have loved it. I tune in every week because guess what? We all need to continue to learn, and I believe that we all need to be coached. I mean, at every level, we just seek someone else to help us be our best self, and we want to run successful businesses. So I have absolutely loved this series. My name is Cheryl Muller, and I am a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm so happy to be here tonight. And I really believe that today is really a continuation of sorts of what Latoya started talking about last week, because she was talking about sharing, and so this is just going to just be a different level of that I think you're really going to enjoy. So you're going to get a lot out of it, okay? And here's the other thing. Is that I want you, this is what Phil always says, and it's just so good. I want you to chew on the meat and spit out the bones. Some of the things maybe you're going to want to apply, and some you're not going to want to apply. Like, I'm not offended at all. So pick and choose what works for you. We are talking our way to Jewel, because guess what? That's exactly what we do in network marketing. You are going to talk to a lot of people, because guess what? That's what we do in network marketing, right? And I put a couple of these down here because maybe that makes you run, or it might excite you. I'm not sure which that is, but here's the thing. There's just no way around it. Network marketing is talking to a lot of people. It just takes hundreds or thousands of conversation. And what you will learn is that it will be a natural part of your life and of your conversations as you're out and about in life. Okay. Does that create a little bit, when I said that, does that create a little bit of dread? Because maybe you're unsure. Maybe you're new here. Maybe you're seasoned, but it, like, talking to people still creates a little anxiety. But here's the thing. Maybe you're not sure of what to say, but you will learn how to say things. We're here to support you. And eventually you will learn to be, you're going to be clear, you're going to be concise, and most of all, you're going to be authentically you. That's what Alita taught me. She says, just be you. And it was the best advice I ever got, because the people who you're going to bring onto your team want you as the leader. So that's why you just need to be you. Okay. So exhausted. Does it make you feel a little exhausted when I say you're going to talk to a lot of people? That's a big number. Well, here's the thing. We all start our teams out as one person, right? And then we find other people who want to make an income, an impact, have fun, build community, and all of those things. And then we share with them, and then we just keep doing it. Okay. Here's the other thing. You need to be okay with being bad before you're good. And that might seem like, oh, well, yeah, that is going to happen, but I want you to be okay with it, right? We're going to talk too much. We're going to not ask enough questions. Sometimes we may say silly things. You think, oh, I can't believe I said that, or whatever it is. But even with all of this, you can still build a team and grow yourself to Jewel. Now, we're just going to talk about reach out rules to live by, okay? Here's the thing, because there are just different approaches, different things you need to think about, all of that. Plexus has got scripts and talking points and all of that. That's a great start, right? But again, I still need you to, and we're going to lead you as your leaders. We're going to help you with all of that. Right? That's a start, but you're going to get good at it. And again, being authentically you. And because what we want you to do is connect authentically. Because you really just need to be real with people. It really is a conversation. And that's it. And again, just being you. And then you'll be, before you know it, you're going to be working towards being purposeful in your reach outs. You're going to be efficient with your time. And, and it just goes back to you're just going to be talking to a lot of people. But with practice, you're going to be amazing. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what do I have? Let's see. I've got like 12 different rules. Okay. So the first one, okay, don't be attached to the outcome of any one conversation. Okay. Did you ever get stuck? Okay. On just this one person? If they would just sign up, I just know this would be amazing for them. Here's the thing, our job is to get no's, right? And we can't get stuck on maybes, because maybes really can halt our business. We just need to keep talking. That doesn't mean you don't circle back around, right? But just don't be attached to one conversation, okay? That is really key, because honestly, there have been times I will still do this. So everything that I am sharing with you, I still have to make sure that I follow as well. Okay. The next one is don't be on the hunt. Like, who am I going to get today? That's not really how you want to think. You really want to think about it more like, I have got something to share, and I'm looking for people who want what I have to offer. That's what you really want to think about. You're not on the hunt, right? And here's the thing, if it's not a good match, that's okay, right? And I wrote this down. I've said this like 100 times tonight, but I love Plexus mission statement. New mission statement is, we ignite hope, health, and happiness to those who want more out of life. That's who we're looking for. Those who want more out of life. Our job is to help others to get what they want, not to convince them. Okay. We are not in the convincing business. Okay. Sometimes it's a fit and sometimes it isn't, but don't like be on the hunt. And it's funny because I looked over, because I have this post-it, like, I'm sure all of you, I've got post-its everywhere, but this one over here says, how can I serve people with a heart? Just do it with a smile, be intentional. It's just a post-it that, and I have a little smile face because I like to go out and make people smile. And so anyway, just don't be in hunting mode. Okay. Less is more. Oh my gosh. I still am learning this. Alita helps me with this still, because I love to just, I don't know, say too much to this day, but I'm really getting better. Okay. Even as a diamond, I'm getting better. And, so this is the thing. Think about saying less, like dating, okay? You don't want to spill everything on the first date, right? You want to like create some intrigue, right? You want to, honestly, it's really like you kind of want to create curiosity. You want to maybe like whet their appetite and get them curious for more. Okay, get them curious for more. That's our initial conversations can be like that. You can even ask someone, hey, I'm wondering if you have a few minutes. I'd love to pick your brain about something. Are you available tonight at like 7? Like you pick a time that they might be available. Just be concise. Less is more. All right. And again, I talked about this. Be authentically you. Your power comes from just being you and authentically, and your network again is going to respond to you as you are. Be confident, be you. All right. All right. Rules 5 to 8. Now, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Okay. Our enthusiasm, our passion goes a long way. That's one of the reasons um, I really like voice messaging, right? So we don't always have everybody's number. If you can get on the phone, that's another thing. Get on the phone if you can get on the phone with someone. Conversations go so much better. You ever get lost in like the abyss of like 10,000 messages in Messenger? Like that is the pit. Sometimes that makes it drag on. So again, if you can hop on the phone with them, And, again, they hear your enthusiasm, your passion. I've even had to say to people, did I scare you off with my excitement? Like sometimes I get a little excited. But here's the thing, this is what happens. If you are hung up on perfectionism, okay, I'm like talking to me, all right? If you are hung up on perfectionism, Jen Leith calls that the $1 million mistake, because guess what? If you don't talk to the person that you want on your team who's in your network, somebody else is going to. And that hurts when it happens. When you're like scrolling through Diamond Mines, Facebook page, and you see, welcome, Sally. And you're like, I was just about to reach out to her, but I wasn't quite sure what to say. Like, man, I'm telling you, it makes you sick to your stomach. Like that, you learn, right? And then you just are like, because I know I've reached out to someone pretty fast here or there. If I think, oh my gosh, I need to talk to them because I know that there are other people, we all have similar friends. But if I believe that someone would be good under my leadership, like we can't make excuses about why we can't reach out to someone, right? So you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Don't make up excuses. Just do it. All right. Here's another interesting thing. Work from appointment to appointment. So when you're talking with someone, what I mean by that, what I'm talking about is when you are having a conversation with someone in Messenger, phone, whatever it is, Zoom, if you get them on a three-way call, if you get them on a Zoom, you always want to set yourself up so you know when you're going to be talking to them next. If they tell you they need to talk to your husband, you make sure that you say, okay, well, now I'm going to contact you on Thursday. Does that give you enough time? Or if they say that they're ready to sign up, you say, okay, great. Does Friday at noon work for you? And a lot of times I give people two options. Because here's the thing, if you just say, oh, when you're ready, like that doesn't cut it. Like they're never going to be ready. It's just like, oh yeah, when I'm ready. And they just like, nobody thinks about plexus like we do. Okay. So you give them options like a night and a day, and maybe if they have a job or something like that. Oh, does Tuesday at 7 or Wednesday at noon work for you? And always set something up. And that's something you have to practice. Everything here is something that you have to practice. Um, and just it really works out well, because otherwise this is what happens, like people get stuck in your funnel. They don't know, they're like, I don't know, like, are they going to ask me another question, like, is it my turn to say something, like they just don't know, like you get a constipated funnel, like you just like everything comes to a grinding halt if you don't constantly have like, oh, this is when we're going to talk next, or whatever that might be. Set yourself up for success, really. Um, okay, here's a good one. Don't count your chickens, right? How many times have someone told you they are going to sign up and you're like, yes, yes, yes. And it's almost like you kind of sit around and you wait for them. Oh, I just know it. They say, oh man, something must have, oh, I know, you know what, it's going to be tonight. I know they're going to sign up tonight. And what happens is almost a mindset thing, because what happens is you stall out your business. You get so hung up, like you can't count your chickens before they hatch, because until you see them in your back office, they are not a customer. They could even be signing up. They have a problem with their credit card. They can't get through. Something happens. Like until they're in the office, they're not in the office. And so just keep going. Now keep talking to them, but don't get hung up on it and stall. And it just slows you down. And we want to keep going. I mean, this business loves speed and momentum. So, all right, here's the other thing. All right. And again, chew on the meat, spit out the bones. Think about this. If lead with the business and default to the products. Now, do I do this with everyone? No, but it's a really interesting concept that I have been working on. And this is the reason why. If you do this, then you can default to the products, right? But say you talk to someone about the products and they're like, nah, I eat well, I eat organic, I exercise, I don't need your product, I don't need supplements or whatever, right? So if I've got my own, then I'm taking, or whatever they say. Well, it's a really weird transition to, well, hey, I know you don't want our products and you're not interested in them, but hey, would you want to be part of a business where you can make some income doing something that you don't want? Like, it's just kind of weird. And I never thought about that until I read that in the book. And a lot of this is kind of an outline coming from the book Get Over Your Damn Self. And really, so I really kind of like that. I've really been following that lately. And so what happens is that if they do say no to the business, you can pivot to um being a customer, or the products, or even referrals. I'm going to talk to that a little bit more, because I think that's something that we fall short on. Okay, so rules 9 through 12. Okay, so this I could do an entire Zoom on, and it might be something that we do later. Lead with what's in it for them. Okay, WIIFT. And this is really a great way to think about it, because what happens is, when a lot of times when we start a conversation or we're talking with people, we tell them all about us. Oh, what Plexus has done for us, and how amazing my dreams are, and like what the how just things like that, and just your testimony, which this all has a place. But here's the thing, like, I've been able to do this, and with the company and with the products, and you give them information about gut health, and this is what we need to do. We actually need to sit back and think a little bit about connecting the dots with what we have to offer, with what works for them. What does it mean to them? What is in it for them? What value are we adding to their life with the products, the community, or the business? Right? Like, what's in it for them? So you need to paint a different picture. And you paint a picture of, like, just like what somebody like them would, what their life would be like with the business, the products, or the community, what they're doing. The conversation really goes a lot better. And so what you need to do is you need to figure out, like, people's pain points, right? So this just takes a few minutes before you message someone or you're talking with them, right? When you're coming up with your list of people, it's definitely worth it. You figure out what their pain points are. Like, maybe they need money for, a vacation fund or a college fund. They have college or high school students, and they're going to be going to college, or maybe maybe you've seen them, they're a stay-at-home mom, but they really want some adult time, right? And some of that community. They miss a little bit of the corporate kind of stuff, like biz, or just adult time, right? Maybe your friend has a really busy schedule, and they can, like, barely make it to activities, but they really want to be involved with their kids or their grandkids, or whatever age you're in. Maybe they want to be able to go into their kids or grandkids school events, but they can't do that. Maybe this person, like, you've heard them talk, like, man, I wish my schedule was more flexible, or I didn't work as many hours, or I didn't have to, whatever it is. Maybe they only have one car and they could use money for another car, right? Or how about this now? Like, gas is like, it's costing $100 for me to fill my tank up for my Tahoe, or like groceries. Like, inflation is through the roof, and right now, I mean, a lot of people are saying you need about 500 extra bucks to just break even now. Okay. I also see that there's stuff in the chat, but I'll look at that when I'm done here. So then what you do is, like, you figure out how you paint a picture for them, because our business will bring in an extra income. It's going to give you that social, or professional atmosphere. We make our own hours, we work hard, we have fun, we've got a flexible schedule. You can grow a replacement income, or maybe just a second stream of income. You can have fun and all those. So you have to paint a picture of what it might be like for them. So I'm just going to use teachers are a great example. So I'm just going to use that quickly. And like I said, I could do a whole Zoom on this. So if you're talking to a teacher friend, it's like, oh, you know, I know that you're out on summer break now. That's just amazing. I don't know if you've ever thought about a second stream of income, but we have a lot of teachers on our team who are able to supplement that. And what they really love is that they can build up this vacation fund. They've got the summer to work, and they still have adult interaction. And sometimes teachers don't really get paid what they're worth, right? And so you don't have to worry about that. You can do your passion while building an income. Does that sound something like that you would like to chat a little bit more about? Okay, so you've painted a picture of what their life could be like. And this takes practice, okay? But it really, if you just figure out what their pain points are, what we can do to solve it, and then paint a picture. And I'm telling you, I've done voice messages to myself to practice stuff to see if I can like get it down to a minute, right? Just like we need to have elevator speeches about what Plexus is or what it's done for us, whether it's the testimony, the business, whatever it is. So really, that's just kind of it. So instead of it being all about us, what it's done for us, paint the picture of what we believe it could be for them. Okay, if that makes sense. All right, here's the other. Okay, 10. If it's a no for the business, ask for referrals. And I think that we don't think about this as enough, or maybe I'm just talking to me, is that if someone says no to the business or the products, you need to ask for referrals. That should be a natural next step. Ask for referrals. Hey, do you know anyone in your network who would? And what's the first picture that you're going to paint? It's going to be, oh, I'm looking, and be specific. I'm looking for somebody who wants a second stream of income, is maybe has older children who are, heading off to college, and someone who wants flexible hours. I like literally just described the person I'm talking about, but being specific. A lot of times for me, I'll say to people that I'm looking for people who maybe are in their retirement and really want funds to be able to live that time of their life with something flexible as another stream of income. Because guess what? So many people get to retirement and they might have the time, but they do not have the money to do what they want to do. So that's really a target audience for me as well. Or if it's health wise, want to be an active mom or whatever, we all kind of have our target audience. Although I do talk to younger people, and I talk about Meg being a stay-at-home mom and she still brings in an income. Does that sound like something that would interest you? Okay, here's another great word, like phrase that you can use. Okay, because again, we're not in the convincing business, we're not on the hunt. You can say, maybe this would be a fit for you and maybe not, but let's just chat about it to see if it might be. Oh, wow, that's pretty laid back. That's not pushy. Nobody feels pressure. Like, I love that wording. Maybe it's a fit, maybe it isn't. Like, you just need to have a conversation in order to find that out. And then you don't end the conversation without talking to them about being a customer. If you've talked about the business and then referrals and things like that, and you can just even ask a question like, if you could pick one health issue that you have that like you could get rid of, like what would that be and how would that change your life? So you're just introducing them to the products, and maybe they'll come back with migraines. Man, my life would be so much better if I didn't have migraines. Well, hey, guess what? And then you can talk about the products. Let's see. Oh, here's another thing. So I like walking people through the sign up. Do I walk everyone through the sign up when they're ready to sign up when you get to that point? No, but I'm telling you, it solves a lot of problems. People get stuck. what you're doing is actually prepping them, and so as you talk them through, they can do the same thing when they do their shout out post and get their products covered. Now they're familiar with the back office because you're kind of talking about, oh, you know what, that button isn't going to go red unless everything's filled out. Let's look for that. Okay, hey, you know what, you're going to get perks, while they're filling out their address. You can get perks, which is like our like free products. Like, who doesn't love free? If you're consistent, Plexus will reward you. Like, there are little things that you can do, and then you can even say, hey, if you click on my account after they sign up, this is where this is. This is where your perks are. This is where your referral link is. This is where your subscription is. Just different things like that. I think that's amazing customer service. And I'll tell everyone on my team, I want whoever is on my team to be successful with the products or the business, no matter what their focus is. And that's good customer service to help them with their to be successful. And then guess what? Wash, rinse, repeat. That's what we do, right? And I'm even going to go back to the very first thing when I said we're just going to talk to so many people. Here's the thing. I had less than 250 people on my Facebook page. I was not a big social media person. I'm 59 years old, and I say if I can do it, anybody can do it. So here's the thing. I've got thousands of people on my team, but do you think that I know them all? Did I recruit them all? No, I'm growing a team and I'm sharing. And so my network is different than Megan's. It's different than Michonne's. It's different than Caitlin's. It's different than all of you know what I mean? And so I network with mine, and then Megan does the same. And then like, that's how you just get that's how you build a team. That's how you're networking. So you just wash, rinse, repeat, and then teach it down to everybody on your team. And here's the thing. I want you to love the process. I want you to fall in love with the process. Have fun. Like, you really can have fun. Yeah, see, so now the hunt is not the 3 people that we're looking for. It is who can I share with that wants out of life what I want out of life. So it's not a hunt. It's like we are looking for like-minded people, right? Or maybe someone that you know who needs the business. Here's the other thing, and you just never know until you talk to people, because we never really know what's going on in people's life. Yep, we all have just rambled, word vomited on people when we talk to them, but that's okay. And yeah, the power of multiplication. So I hope that you all got a point or two. I know I threw a lot at you, but again, just pick a couple pieces that you want to work on. If there is something that really stood out to you, just work on that one piece. Maybe it's figuring out people's pain points and how to come at it. So it's like, what's in it for them? That's a big one. So we adore you guys, and I'm so thankful you all tuned in. You just make me so happy, and we're all here to support you, lead you, cheer you on, and encourage you. So have a great week.